Once there lived a rabbit in a quiet forest. The rabbit had a small garden, a cozy burrow, and a habit he was very proud of. He liked doing everything by himself. Every fence he built, every carrot he planted, every problem he faced. He believed every problem should be handled alone. One bright morning, sunlight slipped gently through the trees while he worked in his garden. He was building a wooden fence. The planks were heavy, but he lifted them anyway, balancing the wood carefully in his paws. Just then, a bear walked by carrying a basket of berries. The bear paused and looked at the struggling rabbit. "Need help with that?" The rabbit quickly shook his head. No, I got it." The bear gave a friendly shrug and continued down the path. The rabbit struggled for a moment longer, then finally set the plank in place. He stepped back proudly. Doing things alone always felt like winning to him. Later that morning, the rabbit walked along the forest path carrying a basket full of vegetables. The basket was heavy. His steps wobbled a little. The bear happened to pass by again. "That looks heavy." The rabbit straightened his back immediately. "I'm fine." He kept walking, slowly, carefully, as if he was trying to prove something. Soon he reached the path near his garden. But this time, something blocked the way. A giant fallen log lay across the trail. The rabbit stared at it. He pushed. Nothing. He pushed harder. Still nothing. Just then, the bear walked by again, humming softly. The bear stopped. "Need help?" The rabbit answered instantly, "No." The bear nodded calmly. "Okay." And he walked on. The rabbit pushed again. The log moved, just a tiny bit. He panted. The sun climbed higher in the sky. The rabbit tried everything he could think of. He pushed. He pulled. He rolled a rock underneath the log. He tied a rope and tried dragging it. But the log didn't move. Eventually, he sat down beside it, exhausted. A little while later, the bear passed by again with another basket of berries. The bear noticed the log was still there. The rabbit quickly stood up and stretched, pretending he had only been resting. The bear smiled politely, but this time he didn't ask. He simply kept walking. Later that afternoon, the bear stopped near a rock in the path. The rabbit watched curiously. The bear looked at the rock, then toward the rabbit. "I think I need help moving this rock." The rabbit walked over right away. "Sure." They pushed together. The rock rolled aside easily. The bear laughed softly. "That was easier with two." The rabbit nodded. "Yeah." Then he looked back toward the big log. The rabbit hesitated. He opened his mouth, then closed it again. The bear waited patiently. Finally, the rabbit pointed toward the log. "Maybe we move that one together?" The bear smiled warmly. "Sure." They walked over to the log and pushed together. This time, the log rolled aside almost immediately. The rabbit blinked in surprise. The bear dusted off his paws. "See?" The rabbit smiled. "Maybe some things are easier with two." The bear chuckled. "Sometimes." Together they walked down the forest path. And that day the rabbit learned something new. Asking for help doesn't make someone weaker. Sometimes it simply means you don't have to carry everything alone.